Alright, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Code With True, and it's day 12 of our 30 days Python coding challenge. And today we'll be talking about strong number. What is a strong number? So a strong number is a number whose factorial of the digits in this number equals to the sum of the factorial of the digits in this number equals to the number itself. So when we have something like 144, 45, if you look at the sum of the digits, the factorial in this digit, and we have 4 to be 1 times, okay, that's like 1 times 2 times 3 times 4, that's 24. Then we have 5, let's say times 5 again, so 24 plus 25, which is 145. That is a strong number. So we are just going to input a number, then the output state, it must give us 145 is a strong number, or 110 is not a strong number. So pause this video and try it out, and let's see your approach to it. Comment down your approach to it and how you were able to solve it in the comment section. Whether you were not or you were able to solve it, it's not bad. It's not bad, it's not bad. And just comment it down in the comment section. Don't be shy, do that. And if you've not still subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more amazing content like this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, so let's get started with this. So the first thing you do is get number, right? So we are dealing with n again. Input. Okay, we're going to say input. Now enter a number. Just going to say, okay, enter a value. And just go ahead and say enter. Okay, let's say enter a value. Yeah, I'm okay with enter a value. So when we say enter a value right here, what we want to do next now is to split this digit now. We want to split this digit, and how are we going to do that? Right. So we're just going to use our for loop now for d in string. Alright. So we are splitting it in the first place. We don't need to convert it to an integer. Right. So you can just decide to take away this integer itself. So right. But it can help us actually prevent error in that sense. So we make sure that it is an integer that it is given. So in that way, so let's just leave it there. So now we want to split this, we want to loop through this value of this integer itself. And when we loop through it, we want to have a list called digit. So we want to have it right there. So we have this list called digit right there. And when we loop through this, we want to just append an integer into this list called digit. Right. So I'm just going to say digit. Alright, digit dot append. So digit dot append int of d. Right. So I'm appending this list called digit now into this list called, okay, I'm appending each integer to this list called digit separately. Right. So the next thing I want to do now is to have another variable called my sum fact, which is the sum of the factorial. And this is going to be me looping through this digit again. So here I'll just add it to 0 initially. Then I'm going to say for d in digit again right here. So for d in digit, what am I going to be doing? So we're going to be using that Python math module which we use in our factorial challenge. If you have not watched that, make sure you can watch that. I think that's around day 8 or some thereabout. Alright, so for d in digit right here, what we want to do next is like, okay, we are looking through this digit. So we want to modify this sum factorial. So I'm just going to go ahead and say sum factorial right here is equals to, okay, let me say sum factorial plus equal math dot factorial of d. Alright, so is that understood? So sum factorial equals to math dot factorial plus d. Okay, this is not the right math. Alright, so that is working quite alright. So I will just go ahead and say checks if sum factorial now is equals to n. And if sum factorial is equals to n, I want to go ahead and print out. So using my f string again right here, I have n is a strong number. Right, so I have it right there. N is a strong number. Then otherwise, Otherwise, now I want to go ahead and print out f. Then right here I will say n. So what is going on with n is not a strong number. So right here we have that working quite alright. So let's just maximize this so we can see our full code. We import Mutable, we get the number, we look through this number, we append each digit, the integer format to a list called digit. Then now we look through the digit, we have a variable called sum factorial, which is sum fact. Then we now get the factorial of each digit in this list called digit. Then we add it to the sum of the sum factorial variable. Then we check if the sum factorial variable is equals to n. Then if it's equals to n, we say the number is a strong number. If it is not equals to n, we say the number is not a strong number. So I'll just go ahead now and say what is the value of this. 140. Okay, let's just say 134, 43. Alright. So 143 is not a strong number right there. So let's just run this again. So let's try 145 this time around. And here we have 145 as a strong number. So you can see now it is working quite alright. It is working quite alright. So let's just go again. But what if you try 2? 2 is a strong number. Wow. Isn't that wonderful? So just go ahead and try out this. So I'll just comment it above here. So try this. So try 1 and try, okay, let me comment that. Try 1 and try 4585. And try also this 678 and write in the comment section whether they are strong number or not. I want to see that in the comment section. Are they strong number or they are not strong number? Alright. So there's one more thing I will show you, as you must have noticed by now. If you have been following this challenge, there are more than one ways to go about this challenge. So you can go through the easy route, or you can go through a more complex route where you write lesser lines of code. So, and that's what we are going to be doing right here. So we're going to try and use a one-liner right here now. And if you want to use a one-liner for this kind of thing, you're going to have digit right here is equals to int, and alright. So int here d, which is the value we are returning. Then for d in string n. Right. This is our one-liner for this. All of this is it. All of this now has been simplified to this one line. This is our first statement, then this is what we are returning, and we are storing this in the list itself. Alright, now for this sum factor, how we are going to go about this is just go ahead and say sum factor, and we are going to use a one-liner too. And now we're going to use a one-liner. And what do we do with one-liner? We have our first statement. So for d in digit right here, I want to encapsulate this in one thing, and I want to return one thing here, which is math.factorial d. I'm returning math.factorial d, but I'm also finding the sum of math.factorial d. So if I should run this again, try it for 145, I'm getting 145 is still a strong number. Right, so that was the end of our day 12 challenge on strong number. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Bye. See you in the next time. See you in the next video.